Welcome everyone to our In the Kitchen today. I want to say hello to Gloria, Helene, Susan, Sherry. I think that's Patricia, Kathy, Cosmic Shanty. So glad to have you all here. Today we're going to do stuffed peppers today. So I have, these are small. I usually like to make the peppers when I find like nice big ones, but this is what they had in the store for me. So I bought these nice red ones. You can use the yellow or the orange, mix it up. You get some beautiful color to your meal. So we're going to start by prepping the pepper. It's very easy. So you're going to cut about a half an inch. You have to judge it on the pepper underneath the ridges. So I'm just going to cut it. And so I cut it in two pieces here. And I use a spoon. I have these spoons. They're like the last of a set that are really quite, not sharp, but they're really good for coring out things like this. So I'm just going to go through and I'm coring out the membrane and the seeds. And I usually go around the outside to try and keep as many of the seeds on the membrane and not getting into the actual shell of the pepper. So and it's pretty easy to do. One more seed. If you have a couple seeds left over, that's fine. So I got a nice easy core, and I've got most of it's intact, the seeds here on the thing. And that's what I'm going to use to stuff the peppers. And I've got a casserole dish here already with 4 ready to go. If I had a bigger one, maybe I would have, I might put one in the middle. So this is a Corning baking dish, has a lid. You can use a casserole dish. You can use a pot. So sometime I'll take one of my pots, like my Dutch oven, if I'm making a bigger enough for my family, and just use that. So you could just use something to bake them in, and you're going to need a cover. So if you don't have a cover, you can use some aluminum foil is good. So that's it. And then we're going to cut up and use the pepper from the lid. So there's a few seeds on this one. So I'm just going to take the few seeds off. And then I'm going to cut around the core, the stem. And this is all that we're going to put in the compost. The rest of it, I'm just going to chop up and just chop it into pieces. It's a little finicky because they're all different piece sizes, but it's nice not to waste for sure. So I'm just going to cut this one up. And put that into with the rest of my peppers. And usually just that is enough peppers. Like if you have however many peppers you want to stuff, that's usually the right amount to do. If you like more peppers, you can add one for yourself. Like you could just cut one up. So you don't have to add extra ones, but you can do this just like that. And so this is actually more than enough peppers. So I'm going to head to the kitchen. Okay, let's go for mute here. I'm going to go head to the stove. Oh no. And we're going to saute. So we're going to make this on the stove. I was getting it all ready. So I'm going to watch her saute things, but I'm actually going to use vegetable broth. I like using that instead of water, but you can just use water if you'd like. Put the heat up. I'm going to move over to the overhead cam, but I'm just going to start with some onion, and I put in some broth. I'm just going to add some onion. So about a medium onion. You can kind of judge it yourself. I had some bigger ones, so about half an onion for the bigger ones is good. The onions I bought at the store were bigger ones. All right. And the nice thing about water sauteing is it can be very forgiving. But you have to watch and make sure you've got enough liquid. So let me move. See if I can spotlight the. Boom. That's about right. Got to get it right. It's like the opposite of what you want it to be. All right. So I've got quite a bit of liquid in here. You're just going to let the liquid evaporate and saute your onions. So when I'm making a big batch for my family, I actually will use a wok for this because it's deeper and I could put more stuff in it. But this is a fairly big pan that I'm using for this. And this is a ceramic pan that I'm using. Stainless steel is beautiful, but we get used to this non-stick kind of world. So we'll use this and just let this simmer and the liquid will evaporate. We could tell a story or two now. Isn't it that the pot, what is it? The watched pot never boils? When I'm doing this and I'm kind of doing other things at the same time, it's like, woo! All right. Now, if you really want to caramelize your onions, you're going to use less liquid. And you're going to really have to stir it around and just adding a little bit of liquid as you go. My personal thought is I think that's great. But for really wanting to caramelize my onions, I actually prefer just to put a little bit of olive oil and then it's a little easier than the water because you really have to watch the water one. If you're make sure that you're keeping very little water in it when you really want to caramelize those onions. So I'm getting down to that level now where there's getting less and less liquid. And the onions are starting to get soft. Imagine it really. So this would be really about the level you want to be at for caramelizing. And I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit because I had it on pretty high.